All right, you guys, it's your girl Unique, and I'm back with another story time today. Before we get into it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, please, and thank you. What I want to talk about today is a time when I was pregnant and basically I got put out. So I'm gonna start it off from when I was living in Arizona. I was about let's say 7 months pregnant. So I had about 2 months left, right? And basically where I live, we could consider it as like a college dorm. It was basically an apartment building, and it was a lot of, you know, young adults basically living in one apartment building. We party hard, we drank hard, and we worked hard, and we did it all over again. So like I said, I was pregnant, so I wasn't feeling the whole work hard, play hard, party hard anymore, or at least at that time, because, you know, like I said, I'm pregnant. I want to go to sleep. I don't feel good. I'm tired of the loud music. I'm tired of people running in and out the door. I'm tired of people spending the night like they live here. Like, you know, I was just so irritable due to my pregnancy. I would call my mom, and I would be talking to my mom, and I would be just expressing to her, like, you know, my irritation at that time. So, you know, she like, well, why don't you just come back to LA, California? So like I said, I was in Arizona, my mom lived in California. So she like, why don't you just come back to California? So because she threw the offer out there, I took the offer, because like I said, I was pregnant and I was irritable, and, you know, hey, who's not going to be comfortable at their parents' house? You know, well, let me just say, I was more comfortable being at my parents' house, my mom's. So I took the offer. Mind you, I already had a 3-year-old. I was on my second baby. So by the time I had my son, I was 20, I think I was like 20, 21. So I had my son. My baby daddy, you know, dropped me off. He dropped me off at my mom's house where I was living. And so it was me, my older cousin, my mom, my 2 kids, and my stepdad was there. He was in my mom's bedroom. My mom goes to her, we're all in the living room. My mom goes to her bedroom. She comes back out. She tells me, Quante, my husband said he believes he has the scabies, so he think it's best that you and the kids leave, because he don't want the baby to you know, catch anything. Y'all, when I tell y'all, this man did not have no scabies. He did not have scabies, honey. He did not have no scabies, honey. He was just used to always telling my mom to tell me to leave. So, you know, and then, you know, and then the fact that I had just got out the hospital, so he had to say something that he thought would make sense. You know, like he had to like say something to make it seem like he cared about my kids, so that way it won't seem like they were just putting me out just to put me out. So yeah, he came up with the whole thing. My mom said he really did have like a rash or a breakout all over his body or whatever, but at the end of the day, it wasn't scabies, you guys. It was not scabies. I don't know what it was, but for sure it wasn't no damn scabies, okay? And even if it was scabies, that's not good enough to put no newborn baby and a 3-year-old and a mother fresh out the hospital out on the street. That's not a good enough reason when we all have different bedrooms. You feel me? We all have different covers and sheets that we're sleeping in. So that wasn't a good enough reason, as far as I'm concerned, for me to have to be homeless. After I just left a place to stay, I was good where I was at. But like I said, the reason why I left where I was at, which was Arizona, is because I was pregnant and I was irritable and I was going through pregnancy hormones. So when my mom gave me that offer to come and be more comfortable at her house, I took the offer. So when my mom told me what her husband had said or whatever, you know, she was like, well, I could offer you, no, she was like, well, I could get you and the kids a hotel room for a day or two. And I was just like, you know, I don't even want the offer, because what is a day or two going to do for me and my kids? Like, that's not going to do anything. Like, we need a place to stay, not a place to spend the night. We need a place to stay, to live. So, you know, I'm crying. I'm just crying. I'm crying. So, like I said, my baby daddy had just dropped me off. It ain't even been 10 minutes since he had been gone. So, all of this happened fast, y'all. It happened fast. I was told this horrible news fast. As soon as I got there, basically. So, I called my baby daddy back or whatever. And he's like, okay, well, I know this lady. I know this lady. I could go talk to this lady. I could tell her, you know, what's going on with you, and then we'll see what she say if you can live with her. So the lady ended up saying that I could live with her. Shout out to that lady. I love her. You feel me? I love her. She didn't have to do what she did. She did not have to do what she did. She took in me and my 2 kids. I got a fresh newborn and a 3-year-old. I love that lady. So I didn't know this lady from nowhere. This lady didn't know nothing about me. This lady already has 7 kids of her own. I didn't know nothing about these kids. These kids didn't know nothing about me. Well, I'm gonna say she has 7 kids. She had 4 that was basically like my age, and then she had 3 that was younger. I ended up sharing a room with her 2 daughters. Imagine how uncomfortable that was. Me sharing a room with 2 females that I don't even know nothing about, with my babies, my kids. Like, I knew nothing about them people. But I thank them people. You feel me? I thank them people because they opened up their doors to me. Like, they could have gave me hell, but they didn't. I'm talking about the kids. The lady could have gave me hell too, but they didn't give me hell. They did not give me no hell whatsoever. Everybody was cool, you feel me? So I would just basically just like tell my baby daddy, like, make sure you come over every day. Like, if the lady allow you to spend a night, like, spend a night with me and stuff like that. My baby daddy got to the point to where, like, when he would come over just to hang out with the guys. Basically, long story short, on that part, like, he was just not really just he was not being a good baby daddy. It was cool, you know, because I became cool with her kids and stuff like that. And if they would go places, they would ask me if I wanted to go. Sometimes I would go, sometimes I would be like, no. You feel me? Yeah. I was 21 with 2 kids, homeless, living with a stranger. So that lady, she ended up helping me get a 2-bedroom. Yeah, you would think the 2-bedroom was just for me and my kids and my baby daddy. No. We didn't have that much money to afford that 2-bedroom at that time. So she had her baby daddy living with her because she was helping him. This lady was basically like, she was a lady that would basically give you the clothes off of her back. Like, that's the type of heart she got. Like, if basically she see a need, she feel a need. That right there. She sees a need and she feels a need. That's the type of spirit that she has. So she had her baby daddy living with her because she was helping him, but they wasn't together. So she like, you know what? You and your baby daddy could roommate with my baby daddy. At the time, hey, cool. I'll take it because I got a kitchen, I got a bedroom that I could lock the door. You know, I got basically a whole apartment that I could call my own without having to share a room with 2 to 3 other people, you know. So we did that. My baby daddy ended up going to jail. So it was just me and my kids left and the man. The man was cool. Like, it was no weird shit or nothing like that. Mind you, I didn't stay at that apartment long. I stayed there probably like, I don't know, I'm gonna say less than 6 months. I stayed there less than 6 months. Getting to the point of why I even wanted to do this story time. The other day, I was on the phone with my mom, and make that conversation short that I had with her, I'm gonna just say, now, my older brother, one of my older brothers, which is my stepbrother, lives with my mom and his dad, which is my mom's husband. Excuse me. And my mom had been telling me things about him that she just don't approve of, and basically she's uncomfortable. And she just told me straight out, like, she don't want him at her house. Like, she feel like he's trying to live and she don't want him to live there. Like, it was cool for her to help him out. He's been there almost a year now, 9 months, if not 10. But she like, it was cool to help him out, you know, but in this year he's done nothing to try to get himself back on his feet, because he came from Arizona to Cali. He was in Arizona for, let's see, like maybe like 16. How old is my baby? My baby is 12. So I'm gonna say about maybe like 16 years. He was in Cali like 16 years, if I got my math correctly. And basically, but getting to the point, the things that my mom told me about my stepbrother, and the fact that she told me that she don't want him living there because she's uncomfortable, and he's still there, that struck something in me. It reminded me when, like I told you guys in the beginning of the story, when I got kicked out for no reason. No reason. And that wasn't the first time I got kicked out. There's other stories of times when I got kicked out. And each time I got kicked out, my mom would tell me it's because her husband don't want me there. So basically she would place the blame all on him. But as I got older, I started to realize that she could have stood up for me. She could have told him, hey, this is my daughter, don't have nowhere to go. This is where she's finna be until she's able to get her own place to stay. But my mom did not take up for me. She did not take up for me, not one bit. And it's just funny to me how all those times where I got kicked out the house, it was because her husband said he was uncomfortable. And I left. Sometimes I caused a fuss, and sometimes I walked away politely without a fight. But whether if I caused a fight or whether if I didn't cause a fight and a fuss, I was still gonna have to leave regardless of however I reacted. But it was just so a little touching to me to know that he has that much, my mom's husband has that much authority over her to where he could tell her to put her kids out on the street. And now his own flesh and blood is there, and my mom's uncomfortable, and she rather for my stepbrother not be there, but yet he's still there with no kids attached to him. If that ain't some unfair bull crap, I don't know what is. And I'm smiling because I know y'all probably like, she's smiling about it. I'm smiling. I am smiling about it. I'm smiling about it because, baby, God is my keeper. God is my protector. God is my say-so. God. And growing up, you think your mama, you think your daddy, if you got a daddy there, you know, you think they everything. You think they gonna protect you for the rest of your life. You think they gonna always be there for you. I'm here to tell you today, baby, it ain't so. To those of you that was blessed with parents that love you unconditionally, no matter what, is going to stick up for you and be by your side against whoever, thank God for having that right now. Thank God for blessing you with that. And I'm happy for y'all. I'm happy for me. You want to know why? I'm happy for me. I'm happy for y'all because y'all got that type of support, and who wouldn't want it? I wanted that type of support my whole life. Be quiet. I wanted that type of support my whole life. And I just, you know, every time I got kicked out, guess what? I came running right back to my mama. Kicked out again. Came running right back to my mama. Kicked out again. And today, like I said, I'm smiling because God got me. And as long as I got King Jesus, I don't need nobody else. I don't need nobody else. I thought I needed my mama. But you know how parents say, I gotta let you do your own walk. Now I'm saying that. I gotta let my mama do her own walk. I ain't holding her accountable for none of her actions. But I should. And what I meant to say is, I'm not mad at her for her actions. I'm not mad at her for the choices that she chose to choose. But what I want her to understand is, fair is fair, right is right, and wrong is wrong. You know, young ladies and young men, don't let nobody wrong you. And to go deeper into what I mean by that is, don't let nobody always be able to point the finger at you and tell you the problem. You the problem. You the problem. That's why you can't do this. That's why you can't stay here. That's why I won't do this for you. And that's why I can't do this for you, because you the problem. Stop allowing people to do that to you. If you're really the problem, hush. If you're really the problem, you're gonna know you're the problem. And me speaking for myself, when I'm a problem, I know I'm a problem. But in certain situations in my life that has to do with my mother and the way that she treated me, and the way that she allowed people to dictate to her to treat me a negative type of way, I wasn't the problem. And it took me till today to realize and stand up for myself, to myself, and tell myself, baby, you are not the problem. Baby, you are not nobody's issue. Because for the longest, I let people do me that way. I let people tell me my reaction to what they did to me was because I was the problem. I'm not the problem. Okay? And I heard my mama say, I ain't nobody's problem. And you ain't nobody help either. But it's my story. It's my reality. And for the longest, I've been holding back. But I'm not holding back no more, because it's my truth and I'm the one living in it. It's my reality, and I'm the one living in it. When it's done to you, the person that hurt you, some people admit that they hurt somebody, and then you have those that want to not admit of their wrongs. You got some parents that's out there that's like, oh, you said that happened, I don't remember. Let them keep on playing that I don't remember card. Because at the end of the day, God is the judger of all. God is the seer of all. God is the hearer of all. Nothing, everything that's done in the dark, and everything that is undermined, and everything that is swept under the rug, God still see it. He hear it. So, I'm going to leave y'all with this. Be encouraged no matter what's going on. God will make it all right, but you gotta stay strong. And that's on folks in them.